Well, keeping kosher outside the home just got a bit trickier for Jews across Israel and the United States following two major changes to kosher law and certifications. ILTV's Aaron Porras has more on this story. So, Aaron, who and what is exactly affected here?
All right, well, let's start in Israel.
Okay, sure.
Attorney General Mandelblit has just affirmed that businesses can no longer present themselves as kosher or show a kosher certification unless that certification came from the chief rabbinate.
Okay, that means that no more third-party certifications would be approved,
Correct,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So that means, Sohar, which has certified thousands of various businesses,
I see them everywhere.
No longer counts as an official authority.
Gotcha. Okay, so does that effectively negate the stamp of kosher approval, let's say, on those businesses that had that already then? Do they automatically become not kosher suddenly?
So it's sort of a gray area, actually, but it does seem to resemble a compromise, thankfully. Okay. Basically, businesses across the country will be allowed to remain open and unchanged, largely. The only difference is that instead of showing a normal kosher certification, owners will be able to either go through the rabbinate and get the certification, right, or present a document explaining clearly what kosher practices the establishment follows and who certified them, if anyone. The distinction would ideally make all parties happy,
okay,
but the rabbinate retains final control, and the consumer can then just make up their own mind as to whether the kosher certification at that location is enough for them or not.
Okay, now, so I understand that there's actually another pretty big change on the kosher front, right?
Right, so now let's move on to the States.
Okay.
The Orthodox community just got a major blow dealt to them from Starbucks, of all places, as the Star K kosher certification company in the United States and the coffee giant just ended their partnership.
I see, okay.
An update released from both Star K and Starbucks says that most of the products in Starbucks are no longer kosher,
wow,
which basically leaves everything but the coffee straight up.
Wow, and is there any reason for this particularly, or?
So the issue of Starbucks' Kashrut first came up when they added bacon to the menu. Which, that should be enough, but sure, it left many debating whether or not unkosher foods or preparation would taint everything else, and apparently it does.
Gotcha. Well, considering how much some Americans are obsessed with their Starbucks, I'm sure the religious community is not taking this news too happily.
Very true, and you'd be right. There's already a petition on change.org with over 8,000 signatures to bring kashrut back to Starbucks, but we'll have to see where that goes. And the outlook is pretty grim right now, especially considering Star K did keep at least a partial list of what items will never not be kosher at Starbucks.
Sure,
and again, that's mostly just black coffee.
Hey, at least there's black coffee. That's
at
my
least
favorite.
There's that. Yeah.
All right. Well, Aaron, thank you for this update.
Thanks, Brett.